The world is still healing after Steppenwolf's defeat. The Justice League, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg stand as symbols of hope. Yet, governments grow uneasy about their unchecked power. Bruce Wayne funds rebuilding efforts, try to mend trust, but strange cosmic signals warn of a greater danger. Darkseid is preparing his arrival. Superman spends time reconnecting with Lois and Metropolis. He vows never to abandon humanity again. Yet visions from the mother boxes haunt him, images of fire and ruin. Lois urges him to trust his instincts, but he fears destiny may be steering him toward darkness. The shadow of the anti-life equation looms. Diana journeys back to Themyscira after sensing Amazonian unrest. Her mother reveals ancient prophecies about Darkseid's return. The Amazons believe a new god war is inevitable. Diana is torn between her sisters and the League. She promises to fight for both worlds. The Amazons prepare for battle. Arthur returns to Atlantis, only to find political turmoil. ORM, his half-brother, warns of a cosmic invasion threatening the oceans. Atlanteans debate whether to ally with the surface again. Arthur insists unity is their only chance, but mistrust of humanity runs deep underwater. Arthur must prove he is king of two worlds. Barry Allen trains with Bruce in Gotham. He learns to push the Speed Force beyond his limits, but each attempt causes dangerous ripples in time. Bruce warns Barry not to risk altering history. Barry admits he still dreams of saving his mother. Temptation grows stronger with every run. Victor Stone upgrades his systems after detecting foreign code in the Mother Box remnants. He discovers signals pointing to apocalypse. Cyborg sees glimpses of Darkseid's army assembling. He warns the League. Steppenwolf was just the beginning, but the data also reveals fragments of the anti-life equation. Victor fears it may already be on Earth. Lex Luthor resurfaces with a new agenda. He forms the Injustice League, recruiting Deathstroke, Black Manta, and Cheetah. Luthor's goal is to weaken the League before Darkseid arrives. He convinces villains that the heroes will abandon humanity. Meanwhile, he secretly contacts Apocalypse, offering allegiance. Lex plans to rule Earth under Darkseid's shadow. The Justice League faces their first test, coordinated attacks worldwide. Black Manta floods coastal cities, Cheetah ambushes Diana, and Deathstroke stalks Batman. The League splits to counter threats. Though victorious, they realize Luthor is manipulating them. Worse, civilians begin questioning if the League attracts danger. The unity they fought for starts to crumble. Darkseid sends his generals, Deathstroke and Granny Goodness, to Earth. They search for the anti-life fragments hidden in human minds. Ordinary people begin vanishing, abducted for experiments. Superman intervenes, but hesitates when Darkseid's voice enters his mind. The temptation of control shakes him. Lois fears she may lose him again. Batman investigates Luthor's moves in Metropolis. He uncovers that Lex is using alien tech to amplify fear across the population. This fear energy fuels apocalyptic portals. Bruce nearly dies in an ambush by Deathstroke, but Selina Kyle, Catwoman, saves him, hinting she may join the fight. Bruce realizes the League may need unlikely allies. Meanwhile, Barry suffers a Speed Force accident while testing his limits. He is briefly transported to a ruined future, Darkseid's Earth. There he sees Superman kneeling before Darkseid as Lois lies dead. Batman leads a ragtag resistance in the wasteland. Barry wakes terrified, realizing it was a flash forward. He warns the League, if Lois dies, everything ends. The League gathers at the Batcave. Tensions rise over Barry's vision and Superman's doubts. Bruce insists they must protect Lois at all costs. Diana questions whether destiny can truly be changed. Victor believes the anti-life is infecting Clark's mind. The team begins to fracture under mistrust. Aquaman returns with Atlantean warriors, finally uniting land and sea. The Amazons march from Themyscira, answering Diana's call. For the first time, the world's ancient kingdoms stand beside humanity. Yet, Even united, they sense they are outmatched. Darkseid's armada breaches the skies above Earth. The invasion has begun. Cities burn as parademons swarm. The League battles across continents, stretched thin. Superman and Diana lead the charge, while Barry evacuates civilians. Victor hacks enemy systems to slow their advance. But Darkseid activates the anti-life fragments. Superman collapses, screaming as his will is assaulted. Lois rushes to Superman's side, anchoring him with love. For a moment, he resists Darkseid's control. But Granny Goodness strikes, targeting Lois. Batman saves her, but suffers severe injuries. The team barely retreats to regroup. Darkseid declares, "This world is already mine." Luthor betrays his own allies, offering Earth to Darkseid in exchange for power. Darkseid laughs, promising him nothing but slavery. Enraged, Luthor vows to destroy both the League and Apocalypse. He escapes with stolen alien tech, plotting revenge. The Injustice League fractures without him. Even villains see Darkseid as unstoppable. The League retreats to the Fortress of Solitude. They debate their next move while tending to Bruce's wounds. Superman fears losing himself to anti-life. Barry insists they can change fate if they fight together. Victor reveals a desperate plan: invade Apocalypse itself. Only there can they destroy the equation at its source. Diana rallies Amazons and Atlanteans for a final stand. Bruce prepares new prototype vehicles built from alien remnants. Barry steadies himself for the run of his life. Victor merges deeper with the mother boxes, risking his humanity. Superman steels himself, trusting Lois as his anchor. The war for Earth enters its climax. The League launches their counterattack. Barry opens a Speed Force corridor, transporting the team to Apocalypse. They face endless armies under a blood-red sky. Each hero shines. Arthur commanding oceans of lava. Diana slaying legions. Flash bending time. Victor begins fusing with the anti-life source. But Darkseid himself descends. The League engages Darkseid in their most brutal battle yet. Superman nearly succumbs to the anti-life, but Lois' presence saves him. Batman, wounded, fights with unrelenting willpower. Victor sacrifices himself to sever Darkseid's control of the equation. The League escapes, but Darkseid swears vengeance. This war is far from over. Final shot. Batman looks at Barry. The future is still coming.